If you're looking to create, grow, and sustain your wealth, download and subscribe to the Pain Points of Wealth podcast at BeBullish.com with Bob, Ryan, and Chris Payne. It's your podcast for market insights, money tips, and real talk on the economy. Download and subscribe at BeBullish.com.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Excuse me, taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Well, like every Sunday morning, with us today is Governor David Paterson, who gives us his wisdom for our city, for our state, for our country, and once in a while, for the entire world. Well, Governor Paterson, what's on your mind this morning?
Well, I think what's on my mind is not as important as what is on the administration's mind when President Trump's tariff program, which was expanded, was ruled to be outside the law by the United States Supreme Court. Now, I don't think the administration should get too upset over this. We have a United States Senate. We have a House. I'm sure they could pass the legislation to overturn that, but that would mean there would have to be some kind of an agreement on what the limits for tariffs would actually be. So it was a kind of stunning decision just in the fact that the court ruled that way. But I don't think it's going to be a big deal moving forward where the administration is. The big deal, I think, is President Trump's threat to address the problems caused by Iran within what would now be 9 to 14 days from as we speak, John, over the issue of Iran interfering with the protests there, and also Iran castigating and in many ways eliminating and killing opposition leaders to their administration. Whether or not President Trump would launch a full frontal attack on Iran, or whether he would try to strike some kind of deal, I actually think that his future and also the future of this country almost mandates that he does something in Iran, because years ago when I was young and every time we went into some other country, I saw that as a high crime. The fact is, it's a different world now. There is absolute evil in different parts of the world, and none greater than Iran. So if he goes right ahead, it'll be fine with me.
I'll give you my opinion that I'm not sure the Supreme Court did enough of their homework, because during the press conference he had on Friday, he had so many other alternatives. I mean, me, and Trump, we go back a long way together, and, we think alike. And what I would have done is if a country like, pick a country, ABC country, ABC. And if they said to me, we want our money back, I'd say, okay, don't count on us to protect you when Putin invades you. What would they say then?
I think they would start to negotiate and would accept the same proposal that the Supreme Court struck down.
So I think we're going through machinations and ups and downs. And look, I respect the Supreme Court, but I'm not sure they thought it out completely.
I think it would have been taken far more seriously if they had gone into some depth about what the ramifications of the tariff policy is now. They did not seem to spend too much time, from the little that I read, really saying, oh, this is terrible, look what you did, it's going to kill this one or that one. And they didn't say that. It was more of, to me, an academic decision, which could, of course, be reversed by the House and Senate, and the president could sign that, and then they'd have to find something else to be academic about.
Understood. What else is on your mind on a Sunday morning?
Well, John, I was fascinated that you introduced Harold Holzer. He has always been a unique a person who was called on to give the history of what happened in different events at different particular times in New York's history. He was very instrumental during the fiscal crisis in 1970, I guess it was 75, 77, trying to create an understanding among the mayor at the time and the council members who were at odds. So it was great to hear that. And then, of course, the landmarks and how they existed and the ones that were there that are no longer there is always fascinating to me, who was a history major at Columbia. I wouldn't have minded if they had made me the Manhattan historian, but, I was beaten out by a better guy.
Well, Governor Paterson, you have many, many big things in store for you. You're still a young guy. You never know. You may run for president someday.
Let me know when I'm running, John.
Thank you, Governor Paterson, and we'll get back to you real soon.
Take care.
Rural Americans deserve access to the best of what our nation has to offer, especially health care. Across every state and every community, America's rural hospitals are the first line of defense, protecting our families, neighbors, and loved ones. No matter where you live, hospital care doesn't clock out. They're there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Each year, America's over 5,000 hospitals care for millions of patients, providing 24/7 emergency care, delivering babies, cancer treatments, and other life-saving care that patients rely on. Behind every one of those patients are doctors, nurses, and caregivers working tirelessly to keep people healthy and safe. Hospitals are our community's lifelines. They employ our neighbors and keep our families healthy. But now, some in Congress are threatening access to care. Tell Congress, protect patient care to keep America strong. Don't cut rural health care.